All right, we'll get back to this card. I want to just move on because I've been shuffling for a while. Okay, so let's look at this Two of Ariel and this Queen of Raphael and this Ten of Michael all together here. So I've already spoken to this idea about you beginning to understand your intuition more, your psychic insights, trusting and mastering your emotions more and more. This could also be just a water sign, or could just also be a water sign coming in who's influential during this time period, a Scorpio, Cancer, or Pisces. But it's really an energy of being deeply nurturing, kind, loving, a love of home and family. We do have the children, the mother, wife, sister, daughter here. A lot of taking care of family during this time period is also indicated as being not just part of what you do, but part of your life's purpose. Libra, you're such a beautiful energy of ruled by Venus, very balanced, very loving. And it may just be, especially during this time period, that you find that your life purpose does involve caring for others in a way that's natural and right for you as the Libra, as the scales. This sense of taking leadership of the family dynamics in some ways, understanding the emotions more clearly than ever before, not just in terms of your work and your career and your sense of purpose and fulfillment in the world, but having to do with other individuals who are involved here. The children, your life purpose involves helping, teaching, and healing children. And so it could be that for some of you, your life purpose does indeed involve children and teaching children and working with children. And so that there is that, but there's also the sense of the animal kingdom here with the animals. So there may be part of you, for some of you Libras, who also care for animals in addition to children. But let's talk about this Two of Ariel, because I've kind of skipped over it, and it is important, but I do kind of feel like it's a bit more in the kind of the past placement here. It's important to have balance, working multiple jobs or projects at once, making work fun. I feel like you have been sort of on a precipice and have kind of felt like you were kind of like balancing and feeling a little stressed at times. And I think that you have begun to integrate more fun, or that you will begin to integrate more of a sense of play and fun, because right next to it, we have these two dolphins jumping out of the water. And this is you, again, as I mentioned, gaining more mastery is how I feel it, of your emotion, of your emotional world. You can see here with the leadership card that this cherub is putting a little crown upon this young warrior. And I really feel like, because it's right underneath this Queen of Raphael, she really is gaining mastery and taking a leadership role in emotions and the emotional dynamics of her world, of her sense of purpose and what's important to her. I say her, it could mean he. It could just as easily be male. I'm just using she because it's illustrated as a queen, and this is a female as I'm seeing it here. And there is a heavy female flavor to this with the mother, wife, sister, daughter here, but I'll get to that in a second. So it looks like you're mastering your emotions, you're balancing, you're beginning to bring more play in. Your life purpose involves children or animals and taking a leadership role, beginning to understand your power more and more, not just as a leader at work, but a leader in terms of your emotional realm, the ways in which emotional dynamics play in your life, and understanding them more and more. And you feel very supported in this by your guides and angels here. But there is this element too, this ending of a cycle here with this Ten of Michael, of fear and worry and anxiety. A situation has ended and you are finally free. New opportunities for happiness will now follow. Put the past behind you. It is that sense of fullness, that sense of finality here, that you've been through a difficult time, and it's part of, by the end of this kind of period energetically, you will have completed, it looks like, this cycle, and whatever that may have been for you. It could also indicate an end of an addiction or a codependency situation. You're going to be feeling more balanced, more serene as you move forward, kind of into 2017 as I see it here. But it doesn't always feel comfortable. This Ten of Michael can feel uncomfortable sometimes. It's kind of a stab in the back kind of energy, but it is the end of a cycle, and it's the end of a cycle because it's leading you to something new and something really beautiful. And in order to get there, you are being asked to study, right? The text of this card says, reading, research, and education help you gain confidence and clarity about your career. For some of you, I feel like it might indicate some kind of government or legal kind of work that you're studying for. There's just this real sense of the patriarch here. As I mentioned, there's sort of multi-generational. We've got the children, we've got the mother, wife, sister, daughter, a heavy female flavor here with the Queen of Raphael as well. But then here we have the patriarch, the grandfather, the teacher, the wise teacher in the form of the old master, right? The owl signifying wisdom. And it really does feel like there may be someone in your life who's represented here. But I kind of feel like it's also you understanding this part of yourself, going into hitting the dusty books, doing the research to find out more and more about what it is that you want. You know, it's kind of vague here because your guides and angels are being specifically and purposefully vague as to what exactly your life purpose is. And I think that's because, for many reasons, but one of it being that it is a general reading, and they want you to really pick up on the energies, to not latch on specifics here. Libra, they're asking you, because you're so, you're mental. You like to play with the world of ideas and things like that. And so they're asking you to play with this idea of energies as they move in and out of your life, recognizing the energies, beginning to harness them and play with them more. And then we can't not talk about this mother, wife, sister, daughter. Lady Nada is the archangel associated with this. I really do feel like you are being asked to consider the ways in which women have influenced you and your sense of your purpose, your sense of being, your sense of security, your sense of safety, your sense of who you truly are. Have they been supportive? Have they been there for you in the ways that you would like? Are you supportive of yourself? Are you a supportive, if you are a female, are you a supportive mother, wife, sister, daughter? If you are a male who's listening to this, consider the ways in which you've been supportive of the females in your life, the way that you look at the balance of the male-female energies. This is for both male and females. It's taking more of a leadership role in making sure that there's fairness, there's a softness, there's an understanding of the feminine wisdom here, because this is very strongly indicated here. A lot of times, I went to graduate school and I got my master's degree and studied for my PhD and finished the coursework for my PhD, and it's very patriarchal. The university systems, the academic world has a strong patriarchy to it, and this feels like that here for you. And so you're being asked, I think, with this, to know all the ways in which the feminine energy can be represented, be supportive, be a balance to this as well as it's coming through, and taking more of a leadership role in yourself regarding that, not just in your family, but in yourself as well, because it's part of your life purpose as you're revealing more of yourself to yourself here. And you are following the end of, you're completing the end of a cycle here as you go into 2017, which is really exciting because that means that there's something new and exciting for you in 2017 regarding your life purpose and career. Again, have some fun. I think you will be starting to do that here with that Two of Ariel and this Queen of Raphael with the dolphins. Sense of play, creating that balance. Again, balance is indicated here with, again, the patriarchy and the matriarchy here as well. Okay, I know that it's not very specific, Libra, but again, I really do feel like it's coming through this way to give you kudos for the ways in which you are taking leadership and control of the emotional realm of your life in all ways, being able to master it more and more. And also, I think it's because you're meant to play with these energies more and look at the energetic patterns that are coming in for you and how they show up in your life. It's going to be different for everybody. The Queen of Raphael is an energy, right? But it might show up in the form of, as I mentioned, a person, a water sign who is kind, understanding, giving, psychic, trustworthy. But, you could also look at how those energies show up in your world. If it's not in a person, are you demonstrating those energies in the ways in which you communicate with others? Is your environment demonstrating those energies? Or is your environment feeling very sterile, very logical, very imbalanced in that way? Again, we're going back to the idea of graduate school here for you. So for many of you, this will apply, that you are a spiritual teacher. It goes back. This idea of teaching is coming through very, very strongly because we have your life purpose involves teaching and helping children. Then we have this idea of going to school, studying. For me, it feels very, keep getting graduate school here. So for some of you, it does look like that you may go back to graduate school. It doesn't have to be spiritual teaching, but I do feel, because of this emotional mastery that you are discovering within, it does lead you to a greater understanding of the spiritual truths and your own spiritual nature here. And I also have to say that I am drawn to all the animals around her and this idea of the animal kingdom as well. And that may have something to do with your life purpose and career. Whether it is regarding a job or a career, it's definitely part of your, for some of you, part of your purpose for being here is caring for, protecting, taking a leadership role in order to protect and honor the animals as well. Okay, I hope you find that helpful, Libra. I wish you much love as always, and I will see you on the next video or at your private reading. Till then.